Hi guys, I've started a new project today. I bought a camera system that I've got to install. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I got and then I'll show you how to install it. Alright guys, this is what I've got. I got it off eBay or Amazon, one or the other, I can't remember. It's a 4-camera monitoring system. It's got a reversing camera, 2 side cameras and a front camera that we can monitor through as well. So let me open it up and show you what it's got. Alright, so let's have a look. This is a monitor. It's a 10.36 monitor. Got the instruction book, and the writing's nice and small for those that are blind as a bat like I am. It's going to be fun. Alright, so we've got, should be 4 lots of cables. Yep. So they're the 4 camera cables. Okay, there's one of the cameras. These IP86 I think, or 68 actually. IP68. So they're weatherproof cameras. That's the little monitor stand. And that's the power cable joiners. Looks like it's for the front camera, the recording camera. And here are the other cameras. Those so there's 2 like that as far as I know, and there's another one for the side camera is like the 2 side cameras are that, and that's one reversing camera which is the same as the front one. So that's what I've got to install. I'm going to run the cables first. The first one's going to be the long one to the back camera. So let's head out and do that. Alright guys, I'm just trying to work out which way is going to be best to run the back cable. I was going to go on the driver's side first and come up that way, but there's a bit more cable up this side, and then when I've got to try and get it down the pillar there, I'm keeping one for the side one to go down that pillar, and if I come across to this pillar, there are probably only 2 going down here, and I've got more chance of fishing it out even though I've got the lead. I don't know whether it'll go down or not, so I'm a bit worried. If worst comes to worst, I can come down behind Carolyn's chair and then down on the floor. So it looks like I'm going to go this way. I'll pop a hole up through the back here to get to the cavity, and then I can drag it out there, and I'll go through here, and then I'll come through up the top here, which will bring it out under there, just under there, and then from there I'll come across here through the gap, and then I'll come through this hole here. I'll put something around there to stop it from rubbing, and then down through to the back in the garage where the camera will be sitting up the back. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Okay guys, I've got to get this cable and this cable with both their ends on, which is that size, down through this channel here. I've got the drawstring in, which I put in almost when I started the build a long time ago, and it comes out down the bottom, which should come through the back. I just hope there's enough room to take the end of the cable through. I don't know, so I'm going to try it and see how we go. Alright guys, I got the first one down through. It's up there, so I'm going to pull the slack through now, and then I'm going to try the second one. So this one was a little bit tight at the end, so it's only got that much extra cable in there now, so I don't know whether it's going to cause an issue or not, but I'm going to give it a try. Alright guys, we've got success. We've got both the back reversing camera and the side camera down through the pillar here. There's the side camera and there's a reversing camera going up the back. So I'm really happy for that. So I don't think I'm going to need this draw wire anymore. I'm going to leave it in there just in case we've got to get something else down there. I don't think I will, but if we do, I've still got it in there. I don't think much more is going to fit down there anyway. This last one was getting tight. Anyway, I've left it there. I'm now going to go to my side here and do the same for the side camera on this one. I've only got to run one down through there, so hopefully this shouldn't be as bad. Okay guys, I've got this one down through the panelling. There it is there, coming through. I still have to run it behind the dashboard to get across here. But it's raining outside, and so it makes it a bit harder because I've got to open the doors and stuff. So that might call it a quits for the day. But I've got the lead run for the driver's side camera, passenger side camera, and the rear camera at the back. The front one will drill down through the dashboard. So all the leads are in. I've got to work out where the cameras are going. I haven't exactly decided where the side ones are going. So when it's a dry day, probably tomorrow, I'll have a look at that and then work out how I'm going to do it. And then I've got to join it together. Now, as I said, I'm no electrician or auto electrician, so this part I might struggle with. I might have to call in some help. But I've got to join up to the reverse lights when the lights come on, and also I think you can do the indicators as well. So anyway, I'll have a look and see. Might have to ring my brother up and ask him. Alright guys, till tomorrow, I'll talk to you then. G'day guys, today I'm going to work on getting the front and back cameras in. I'm not going to do the two side ones because I want actually the unit up and running so I can see what the cameras look like, so I can work out where to position them. So this is the camera bracket that's got to go up there, and the camera sits inside that. I've also made a little rubber backing plate, which was the same as what I use for the solar panels, so it's the same sort of thing. I'm going to be putting, up the top, I've decided, just at the top of the framing here, and then the light bar will sit above that. So that's where I'm going to put it, and in the back I'm going to put it directly in the center above the back door. So that should be fine. But anyway, you'll be able to see it on time lapse as I'm doing it. I'm going to try and get the middle of the window, then I'll put the template up, or put the bracket up, and I'll dot where I'm going to drill through, and I've got a hole saw to drill through for the cable as well. So hopefully there's no rain today and we should have no troubles getting it in. Okay guys, I've measured where I want the bracket to sit, and I've got little dots where I'm going to drill through for the screws. I'm also going to put a hole above here for the cable. Now I've got this little setup here just to catch the shavings to make it a bit easier to clean up. Now I got this from Mathers on the Map YouTube channel, so thanks guys for this. It just makes things a little bit easier to catch a shaving so you don't get them everywhere. So let's drill the holes now. I hate drilling into the roof of the van because you got more chance of leaks, but here we go. Well, I don't think that drill was sharp enough. It just broke. Okay, let's try with this drill and see. It's not sharp either, guys. It got through, but not sharp. Now this is a hole I don't particularly want to drill. This is a huge hole, but the cable's got to get through and it's got an end on it, so I'm just going to have to make sure I seal it really well. So here we go. Fingers crossed. Well, way through, and as you can see, I caught a lot of the shavings. There's a few that popped up, but other than that, it's pretty good. Now I've got to just clean the edges up here and paint it so it doesn't get rust on it. So that's what I'm going to go and do now. Okay, so that worked pretty well. Not much left at all. I'll just go back over with some tape and dab it off and we should be fine. So thanks Mathers on the Map for that tip. Alright guys, I've now drilled the cable hole, the pilot holes for the screws, and I've also put some primer on there to make sure that the metal doesn't rust. I've done the same on the back. I'll just quickly take you around and show you. There it is there, so it's pretty much in the middle. Alright, whether you can see it, the dot's right there. Now, I've tried to get it in the middle. The door frame is a little bit this way, just a tad, so I've made it the same as the door frame and the same as the top part, so hopefully it should look fine. And once again, I've painted that as well. It's dried off, and now I'm going to get the brackets and put the brackets on. Okay, so I'm using stainless steel self-tapping screws. Also using 252 Sikaflex under the bracket, and that's also going to be filling in the hole as well around the cable. Alright, here's the first bracket on. Not beautiful, but as long as it's watertight, that's all I care about. And now I'm going to go and get the camera and put it in and fill up the hole there. Alright guys, I filled the hole in. I'm hoping that this is going to be in the right place. I'm not going to know that till I join it all up. I'm hoping it should be. If I have to move it, I have to move it and try and redo this. Anyway, we'll see once it's dried. I'm going to water test it, make sure it doesn't leak. Now to do the back one. This is the back camera. I'm not particularly happy with it. It's on a bit of an angle, so I'm going to try and fix it sometime today or tomorrow. But the problem was where I've drilled the holes to hold it, there's another thick lip of metal right behind the outside skin of the bus, and every time I tried to drill through it just wouldn't do it. It kept bending it, so I had to get it in so I could seal it. But I'm going to try pulling on one side, I'm not sure which side, just to see if I can move it down and re-screw. I've got some bigger screws that I think I'll be able to use. So the front one looks good, but the back one's not great. Alright guys, well that's going to do me for this video at the moment, because I'm still waiting on the auto electrician to come back so he can connect all the wiring in the dashboard. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to let him do it. That's where it's going to be sitting, just here. So hopefully he'll be back in the next couple of weeks and we can get that wrapped up. He should finish all the electrical work that's left to go. There's not a lot to do, but I want him to finish it off. We've got some exciting news which will be coming in the next month or so. For those that have taken their factory bus air conditioning out from the back and not sure what to do up the front with the heat, I think I've found a 24 volt air conditioner that's going to sit up in the front section. Oops, let's get it right. Up around here somewhere, which will give us the air conditioning we'll need up the front. So stay tuned for that. Once I get it and install it, I'll give you a video of how I installed it, how it works, and whether it's worth the money or not, and where I got it from. So stay tuned for that. That's something pretty exciting, because we need air conditioning up in the front cabin now that we've got no factory aircon. So guys, we once again thank you for taking the time out to watch our videos. We really do appreciate it. If you're liking our videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the like button. If you got any comments about reversing cameras or any sort of camera system that you've got in bus, don't forget to leave it down below so I can have a read and maybe help some other guys out that are doing their bus builds. Anyway guys, as always, I hope your build's going well, and for now we'll say goodbye and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.